Hello, this is Marcel Walker, and welcome to my tutorial today on how to add textures to your photos. Today we are going to be working in PSE 8, Photoshop Elements 8. This is something that you can do in any Photoshop Elements 5 and above. You can also do it in the full version of Photoshop or in the free editing software GIMP, G-I-M-P, which is by far and away the best free editing software that you can get. So this is the finished project. It's for Mother's Day, and it's a picture of my daughter, and I added some flower petals. I took a picture of flower petals, and then I wrote a personal letter, took a snapshot of that, and then did a border. And this is the finished result. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get started, and you can do your very own project. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open a picture. And it can be any type of picture you like. And even if you just want to learn how to add textures, this is a great way to do it. Now, if you're in Photoshop, you can go ahead and add a layer, do the texture and add a layer mask. What's a layer mask? I'm going to show you. People say, oh, you can't do that in Elements, but the truth is you can. So we're just going to go to and we're going to add a levels. It's an adjustment layer. We're not going to come down here and do anything. We're just going to leave it alone. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this picture and select it. And we're going to take the move key and then we're going to move it on top. And you're going to want to hit Control T or Apple T if you don't have this little box that comes up. And this is going to help us. It's the transform key. And something to be aware of is that if you run the full version of Photoshop and PSE on your computers, they tend to get a little fussy. So if my pictures get a little bit fussy today, it's because they're not real happy about being together. Okay, I'm going to come down here on my texture and I'm going to do commit to current operation. There we go. And I've committed. Okay, now what? I can't, if I was just in Photoshop, I could come up here, I could skip this part right here, and there would be a place down here that I could put, there's a mask, and I could do a mask, but I don't have that here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to Layer, and I'm going to do Create Clipping Mask. Now in earlier versions of PSE, I believe it was Create Layer Group. I will make sure and find that out and put that at the bottom of the video with the text. Okay, so I'm going to come down to here. I don't want this to be showing this, oops, I don't want this layer to be showing all the way. So I'm going to come and I'm going to do it probably at about 37% opacity. I'm going to come down to my levels. I'm going to make my foreground over here black. I'm going to come over here to my paintbrush. I'm going to make sure that my opacity is about 73%. Normally I wouldn't do so much, but today, oops, there's my demo. I don't want my demo. Today I've got to go fast. And let me do, where did we just go? Not the word, here we are. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm on here and I'm just going to brush this through because I don't want her skins to have so much flowers. Right there. Just brush that off. And you can take kind of more time with it. And then if you say afterwards, oh, I brushed away too much, go over here to white. Maybe make it a little bit smaller to do some adjustments. This is the advantage over using the eraser. You can just do so much more. And then you can save it. Do not save this as a JPEG when you're done. If you save it as a JPEG when you're done, all these layers, bye-bye. This way you can save the layers and then you can go back and work on it. Okay? And oops, I want to bring some back by her eye. Come back here. There we go. All right. Then we're done. Come up to here and we click on the next layer, layer 1, And what we're going to do with this letter that I wrote, I just took a snapshot of a letter that I had written. And if you do a letter, make sure you leave lots of room for margins. I kind of crinkled it up. I knew I was going to be doing a landscape picture, so I made sure that I wrote it out that same way. I'm going to do select and move. I'm going to put it on top. And again, a little bit fussy. There we go. Just a little bit hyper, a little bit little bit out of control. I'm going to go to full screen because I need to bring these out a little bit more. Here we go. Let's try to pull them out just a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to try that one more time. Like I said, it's just a little fussy. I'm laughing just because I was trying this earlier and it just was a little bit crazy. Just like a little bit of a naughty kid, a little bit mad that has to share some room. Okay, and maybe a little bit more over on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my check to commit to the current operation. It's not like a serious relationship. So, and you can always, anytime you don't like any of your layers, you can click on it and you can take it down to the trash right over here. See, I'm doing on left. I like it. I'm not taking it down to the trash. Okay. And here on how much of the letter you want to see, the text you want to see, it's totally completely up to you. Anytime you do any edits, though, the thing you need to be looking at here is a number right down here. This tells you 12.5%. You're seeing 12.5% of what it really looks like. You go to Control Plus or Apple Plus, and we really want to see what it looks like at 100%. Can you see how that number is going up? There we go. Oh, I can see my text is readable. So if I give this to my mom, she will be able to read what I write, even though it looks pretty faint here. Good. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to trick it again. We're going to come over here. We're going to go Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Levels. Okay, we're not making any changes. We're just tricking it. Then we come over here to my background. I'm going to select Move. And I'm going to move it over here. I used to have a student who used to say that. You're tricking it. You're tricking me. And we're going to do the same type of thing. Oops. Edit. Undo. Move. And then there we go. We're okay. Just a little zippy. Okay. And then I'm going to want to fill this all the way up and down. I'm barely touching it. It's just, woo! Okay, see? I just so happy to be here. Okay, good job. And I'm going to say yes. Now my biggest thing, I've got to come over here and I've got to remember, I've got to create a clipping mask. Because otherwise, if I don't, I'm in trouble. Okay, I made it a clipping mask. Come down to here on my levels 2. Get my paintbrush. And we're going to brush it through. And if everything is what we've done, the picture should come through. Okay, let's just cross our fingers. Oh, there she is. Yay! Fabulous. Looking good, looking good. See, I'm just kind of going through. Want to make sure that really comes through. And this is where you take some time and you change with your brushes and you can go back and forth. So if you erase too much of the border, you can go back and fix it. Go back and just change it to white and bring some of that border back in. But there you go. It's a beautiful Mother's Day project or a great gift for any occasion. Inexpensive, easy to do, and here's everything that you need. So thanks for joining in today. Have a fabulous day, and remember to take photos and document your life.